Hey Stampers, it's Judy Klock here coming to you today for a lesson at lunch. And last week we kind of concluded our farewell tour of all the things that are retiring come May 1st at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. And today we're going to get started on some of the new things that are coming. So the first thing that I'm going to share with you are the brand new in colors. We've got Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, and Copper Clay. So these are really some really rich earth tones. And I really wanted to just try some different techniques. Now I know that sometimes when, there's a lot of new things coming out and, let's face it, budgets are limited. So I wanted to show you how you can create some backgrounds with our new in colors using things that you may already have. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take just a piece of like plastic wrap. I've just got here some cling and seal. I'm just going to cut myself a piece of this, right? I'm just going to ball it up. Oh, and it's sticking to my Band-Aid. I'm just going to ball that up. Okay. I'm just going to get like a kind of like a little piece there like that. And I'm going to take our Moody Mauve. And I'm just going to use this balled up piece of cling wrap to just kind of create a background on my basic white. Okay, so you can stamp it a couple of times. It doesn't matter. You can go as much or as little as you want. Just get that color on there. And that is a quick and easy background that you can do using plastic wrap, which I'm sure you already have in your house. And look at the pretty card you can make with that. Okay, this is from the Charming Sentiments. This bundle will be carrying over, but it will not be a bundle. So if you want to get it as a bundle and save that 10%, go ahead and get it before the current annual catalog retires. But that was just using our Moody Mauve and some basic cling wrap. Okay, so that was, again, quick and easy. So a great way to kind of extend your supplies if you don't have a big budget, but you want the new colors. You don't have I did get a piece of the designer series in paper and that ribbon. But again, if we didn't have this in paper, this DSP, we could really just use that. And that would be a great background for our card. So kind of a great way to go ahead and make your budget go a little bit further because you don't have to have all of the DSP. All right, let's move on. Let's work with our Boho Blue. And now I've lost my white paper. Where did that go? Here it is. It's over here in my other pile. Okay, so now we've got a piece of our Boho Blue. And I've just got here, this is like a craft sponge. So again, I'm just going to take our craft sponge. I'm going to dab it in our ink pad. I'm just going to kind of dab it. Again, same principle. Now you're going to get a different look because it's a different type of material. Okay, but again, just create that background just by dabbing this on there. If you don't want to get it looking so square, kind of round it off a little bit, pinch it up. Okay. And just, again, you can layer on as much color as you want. Okay, you can stamp it a couple of times. Okay, and that's just using a craft sponge. Okay, so that was number 2. And there is our card all finished. Again, it's the same basic design, but I've just kind of layered on a few different pieces. So that is our Boho Blue card with our craft sponge. Now, the next one I really like. This is probably one of my favorite techniques. Because I just like the way it looks. So I'm sure you've all got rubber bands laying around the house, right? Take them, wrap them around your block. And then I'm going to need what am I going to need? Let's use our, oh my goodness, I got blue on there. Oh, you know what? I was going to put on a pair of gloves for my stamping hand. There we go. Hopefully this will prevent me from getting other colors, some cross contamination. So I'm just going to stamp this Look at that. Isn't that fun? It's a great way to create kind of an interesting background. Just turn your block different ways. And this is our Pebbled Path, right? Kind of gives it, I don't know, just a really different look, right? So there's that background piece. Okay, so again, that was just rubber bands on your block. Again, pretty easy to do. And here is the finished card. Isn't that a beautiful color? I really like that Pebbled Path. So that is just another way that you can do a background using items just that you have in your house already. Okay, so this next one, we're going to use wild wheat. Okay, we're going to use the wild wheat refill. This is a little bit of a different way to do it. So I'm going to put this up here, and I am going to bring back my Stampin', my Stamparatus, because I will need that. Let's bring that back for a minute. Let me do a couple of things. Let me close up Pebbled Path. All right, we're done with that one. We're going to use the wild wheat, but we're using our wild wheat ink refill. Okay, so I just put a little dot on there. A little dab is all you need for this one. And then we're going to spritz it with some water. Okay, and then we're going to take one of our aqua painters, and I'm just going to spread this out on my block. Okay, then I'm going to take a feather, and I'm just going to press it onto the block to absorb some of the paper, some of the water, and then I'm just going to stamp this on our paper. Okay, so now this I'm going to do a couple of times, okay, because I want to cover my whole thing, but you see where the feather picked up some of the color, it leaves a little bit of a design. So this is just a different way of sort of layering color on your paper to create unique backgrounds. Okay, so again, I'm going to layer this on there. Just have that feather pick up some of our water. And we're going to stamp this again. Let me stamp it this way. Okay. And I think we need to do it like 2 more times. So let's go. Again, it's just a dot. So again, now if you don't have the ink refill, you could try doing this by stamping your block on your ink pad, adding a little water, getting that block really covered really well, and then just taking that feather, absorbing some of the ink color, okay, and then stamping it on your paper. Okay, it gives you kind of a unique look, something a little bit different. Again, this is a little bit more involved, but it's all stuff that you have that you can use to create a background. Now, if you don't have the spritzer, just take your aqua painter or any paintbrush with water and just move that color around on your acrylic block. Make sure you wash your block when you're done. Okay, let's do that. And let's just stamp that. Okay, so that is our last background with the wild wheat. Okay, so that's what we did. We just did a feather and water on one of our acrylic blocks. And look how that one turned out. Kind of fun, right? Again, a different look from some of the others that we've done. Now for our last one, I think this is probably my favorite. So I'm going to take off my glove for just a minute. I think I'll need it back on. Let's see if we can take this off. Okay, maybe I can keep my paperwork clean. So now I'm going to add some washi tape. Now I'm going to be very careful and not really attach the washi tape to my white cardstock. I'm just going to kind of gently layer it because I don't want to rip my cardstock, but I do want to just get some nice lines on there. Okay, then I'm going to come here and maybe, I don't know, maybe just another one going like midway up. Okay. Okay, do that. And then I'm going to come here with some skinnier one. If I can find the end, it's always a challenge to find the ends of these things. There we go. All right. So now I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of create some interesting lines with my skinny washi tape. Okay. So fun kind of way if you have washi tape at home. I have tons of it. I don't really use it all that much. Don't ask me why. I just don't. But, you know, put on as many lines as you think you want. You don't have to have so many. I think that's enough. Maybe one more across there. All right. Now I'm going to take my ink pad. Okay. This is my copper clay. And I'm just going to totally just dab it on my cardstock. Okay. This is a very messy technique. It's not going to be neat. It's not going to be something that's not going to get you dirty and full of ink. But when you think you have enough color, right, go ahead. And now let's start ripping off, gently taking off our washi tape. Okay, because we don't want to rip our cardstock. Okay, now this is definitely a messy, very messy endeavor. But I really think it'll be worth it in the long run. This is, I think, my favorite technique. Okay. It's okay if I rip my scrap paper. That's okay. But look at these great lines that we're getting. How fun is this? Okay, these two. Okay, it got a little bit of a mess there. That's okay. We can cover that up. I'll show you. See, now there it's kind of ripping my cardstock. That's what I was afraid of. I didn't want to put it on too tight because I didn't want to rip my cardstock. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. So now look at that, right? So we can put our piece of designer series paper. That'll cover those two bobbles in the middle, right? And then we've got a card that looks like this. So those are 5 easy backgrounds that you can do with items that you probably already have in your craft stash. Okay, so that's copper clay. Let me bring the rest back. Copper clay, we did that with washi tape on our background. Then we did this one with our clear block, some re-inker and water and our feather. Then we had our Pebbled Path, probably one of my other favorites with the rubber bands. We did boho blue. We did the sponge method. And then we did our moody mauve with the crumpled up plastic wrap. So 5 easy techniques to create unique backgrounds. All right. I hope you guys will give these a try. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you give this a try, do go ahead and post a picture on my Stampin' with Crafty Klock Facebook page. All right. I'll see you all next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.